enjoys hanging out with friends and being outside. When he grows up, he would like to be a construction worker. His future plans are to do well in school and in sports. In a perfect world to Kane, he would go fishing all the time. The softball representatives are Janessa Lehman, escorted by Kate Brown. Janessa is the member of Florida Melissa Lehman in Topeka. Janessa is a member of soccer, basketball, and softball teams, as well as student council and NHS. In her free time, she spends a lot of time playing travel sports, doing 4-H, and hanging out with friends. Janessa has no idea what she wants to be when she grows up, but does plan to go to college for something someday. In a perfect world to Janessa, there would be a Panera in LaGrange. Caden is the son of Carl and Gretchen Brown Littleberry. Caden is a member of the Varsity tennis team, basketball team, and National Honor Society. In his free time, he likes to spend time with his family, friends, and church. When he grows up, he would like to do something in the field of sports marketing and graphic design. His future plans are to go to college and hopefully play college basketball while pursuing his education. According to Kate, in a perfect world, there would be no conditioning at basketball practice. The junior representatives are Kiana Bass, escorted by Cole Bontrager. Kiana is the wild of Penn and Shaw, Bass of LaGrange. Kiana is involved in cross-country, track and field, jump rope, National Honor Society, jazz band, and musicals. In her free time, she enjoys working with her 4-H animals, running, eating ice cream, reading, and playing the watermelon game, playing instruments, and spending time with friends and family. Oh, and lots of homework. When she grows up, she'd like to be an elementary school teacher. Her future plans are to graduate, go to college, probably stay local, have a family someday, and live life to the fullest. In a perfect world, according to Kiana, no one would need crutches for 10 weeks. Cole Bontrager is the son of Lyle and Aaron Bontrager of LaGwana. Cole is active in cross-country, track, DS, musical, jump rope, and NHS. In his free time, he likes to play bass and sing in his church's worship team, work around the house, and play video games. When Cole grows up, he wants to be a software developer. His future plans are to attend college to study computer science, but he's not sure which college he will attend at this point. According to Cole, in a perfect world, people would learn to be quiet. Representing the first couple of the senior court is Mariah Bontrager, escorted by Micaiah Miller. Mariah Bontrager is the daughter of Lynn and Sue Bontrager of Brooklynville. Mariah is involved with soccer, cheer, cosmetology, and work-based learning. In her free time, she likes to spend time with her family and friends and loves being outside. When she grows up, she wants to be a mom. Her future plans are to work after high school and be married shortly after graduating. According to Mariah, in a perfect world, she would be tan all year round. Mariah's words of wisdom to underclassmen is to never be afraid to let your light shine through, be a kind person, and don't judge others because everyone makes mistakes. Don't let them define you. Micah is the son of Jonas and Kirsten Miller of LaGrange. Micah is involved in work-based learning and is on the basketball and baseball team. In his free time, he enjoys hanging out with family and friends. He enjoys riding dirt bikes and four-wheelers, hunting, golfing, and searching for trucks and cars on Facebook Marketplace. When Micah grows up, he would like to own his own business. His future plans are to get married after high school and start a family soon after. He plans to take his dad's business over and hopefully not run it into the ground because that would be bad. In a perfect world, according to Micah, basketball practice would only last for 1 hour. His words of wisdom for underclassmen are to remember that failure doesn't define you. It's what you do after you fail that determines if you are a leader or a waste of perfectly good aim. Next up for the senior homecoming court is Madeline Stoltz, escorted by Brittany Rogers. Maddie is the daughter of Eric and Stephanie Stoltz of Middlebury. Maddie is involved in tennis, NHS, student council, and dynamic sensations. In her free time, Maddie enjoys playing a lot of tennis and hanging out with her family and friends. When Maddie grows up, she wants to be for digital communications and marketing and play soccer. In a perfect world, according to Carly, procrastination would not be a thing. Carly's advice to underclassmen is to never let fear get in the way of trying new things. Scott is the son of Governor and coordinator of Shipshawana. Scott is active in baseball, NHS, student council, and the Plus program. In his free time, he likes to work out, practice baseball after school, and spend time in the ceramics room. He's also an avid bowler. When Scott grows up, he wants to be a police officer. In a perfect world, according to Scott, he would be playing Fortnite instead of walking here right now, and the Packers would win the Super Bowl. Scott's word of wisdom to the underclassmen is never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to turn around and desert you. Always make the best of high school while you can, and hang out with your friends as much as possible. And now returning to crown this year's King and Queen are Ellen Clark and Jethro Hostetler, the 2023-2022 homecoming King. Ella is the daughter of Bill and Karen Clark of Middlebury. Ella is currently attending Indiana Westview University studying business. Her advice to current students is to live fully in the moment. High school truly does go by fast. Jethro is the son of Kenneth and Vera Hostetler of Shipshawana. Jethro is currently working at Pellet 1 in Shipshawana. His advice to current students is the harder you work, the harder you play. On behalf of the High School Student Council, we'd like to announce the Westview High School 2023-2024 Homecoming King and Queen. Madeline Stoltz and Brayden Rogers. Congratulations to the King and Queen, and thanks again to the Westview student body and staff for another great homecoming celebration. There will be a parent and press photo immediately available following the ceremony over in the old gym. There will be a dance for the high school student body immediately following the game in the cafeteria until 11 p.m. This dance is free to all high school students, thanks to the hard work of your student council members. Thank you for a great homecoming, and go Warriors!
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. We'll talk about all things particular to the IHSAA. Commissioner, thanks for being with me. We're in the midst of basketball. We're heavily into basketball. This Christmas season is always one that people look forward to. It's kind of a line of demarcation, if you will, that the basketball is clearly upon us. And been some exciting games, lots and lots of great things going on the boys and girls side in terms of basketball in our state right now.
There is, Coach. And, the girls' season is just about half over. And, and again, the excitement continues to build around the girls' basketball. And I got to give a shout-out to our partner, the Fever, and that number one draft choice that they were able to get last week. And, but, there's a lot of excitement around the girls' game right now. And, so that's really good. In the boys' season, they're still kind of getting started here. But I always call it tune-up time, Coach. The education side, the classroom settles down here as we move into the Christmas holidays. And then coaches really get to spend some additional time with their student athletes. They get to assess where they've been in the first half of the year and make plans on the second half. And they'll make their adjustments and change things up and do what they need to do in an education-based system to get these kids coached up for a great run through the rest of the winter here.
You are also, and your staff are making plans for wrestling championship coming up, and obviously continue to make plans for the boys and girls basketball tournaments. You guys never stop when it comes to tournaments.
We don't, Coach. And, we have a couple changes this year that I think obviously fans need to be aware of. But, we have a wonderful event coming to Indianapolis, and it's going to be, we'll call it epic, Coach, but it's going to be the NBA All-Star Game that's going to come here a little bit later after the calendar turns. But, because of that, we're going to step out of Indianapolis for 1 year, and we're going to go down to the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana, and we're going to celebrate a state championship in our wrestling tournament down at the Ford Center. And, I don't know you know this, but it's a wrestling hotbed, and they're really excited about being able to put their best foot forward. And I think it's going to be the first time that Evansville has ever been able to host a state championship in their community. So we're excited about that. And then we have another little change when we get to the boys tournament this year. There's a little thing called the NCAA tournament that's going to be back here in Indianapolis this year, and we're actually going to step away. So between the semi-state tournament this year and boys basketball, we're going to have a 2-week break, and we had that same break in 2020 with COVID. And, it worked out fine for us. It worked out fine for us, and so we feel really strong about celebrating our state championship in Gamebridge Fieldhouse, the home of the Pacers, our partner. And so we're just going to have a 2-week break between semi-state and state finals, and then we'll celebrate the last Saturday in March, the boys basketball tournament, as we do every year.
Holiday time coming up on us soon. It's always a great time for events like in basketball, wrestling, swimming, where you get a chance to go to some different venues, different parts of the state, and see different kinds of competition, and encourage people to look into schedules and see about all that.
It would be I think you and I need to get in the car someday between Christmas and New Year's and just see how many different basketball games we can go to, because there are holiday tournaments throughout this entire state between that Christmas and New Year's time. And I think I mapped it out a couple of years ago, and during that short time, I think I figured out I could have watched 27 different basketball games between the boys and the girls over Christmas break, just going from town to town watching holiday tournaments. And I'll probably do that someday, but it's just a time. It's just a great time of the year to be thankful and celebrate the holidays with your family, but also with your teammates. And what a better place to do it in the gym or in the swimming auditorium or wherever you get to hang out with your coaches and your teammates.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Good evening, everyone. From Westview High School, it's Westview Warrior Basketball, streaming live at LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hosteller along with Jamie Miller, and it's homecoming night 2023 at Westview. A homecoming king and queen have been crowned at Westview. Congrats go out to Madeline Stoltz, the queen this year for Westview. Congratulations, Madeline. And our king, Braden Rogers. Yes, he was selected king for the 2023 homecoming court. In addition to crowning a king and queen tonight, there will also be basketball here at Westview High School as Chandler Pribble's Westview Warriors will be gunning for their third Northeast Corner Conference win and their sixth win overall. The Warriors are coming off a victory versus Elkhart Christian on Tuesday night and are hoping to continue that momentum into this evening's game with Angola. The Angola Hornets, under the direction of fourth-year head coach Brandon Appleton, have struggled in their first 6 games and bring a 1-5 record into this evening's game. The Hornets' lone win came against a Northeast Corner Conference foe, and that being the Garrett Railroaders. Angola's losses were to Wawasee, Central Noble, Concord, Woodland out of Fort Wayne, and Northridge. Today's game sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 075 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our pregame sponsor this year is J&R Solutions, providing unlimited internet no matter where you live. Our halftime sponsor is Pizza Depot in Millersburg with a new location opening in Middlebury. This evening game is also brought to you by Shipshewana Trading Place, featuring Shipshewana Antique Auction every Wednesday beginning at 9 a.m. Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West and LaGrange. Yoder Crossroads, located south of Shipshewana on southwest corner of State Road 5 and US 20. Emma Warehouse in downtown Emma. Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also by Stutzman Power Equipment on US 20 West in Shipshewana. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Shipshe Automotive Service. They thrive by focusing on fastest, high-quality auto repairs for your car or truck. Just south of US 20 on State Road 5. LaGwana, your local creative services provider. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, located directly across from the Topeka Sale Barn on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also by Jerry Standard Service in downtown Middlebury. And Southwind Flooring, featuring carpet, hardwood, laminate, tile, natural stone, LVT, and area rugs, located on 7300 North, 1000 West in Shipshewana. Today's game is a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. And we'll be back with today's J&R Solutions pregame show right after this 30-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Tonight's Westview pregame show is brought to you by J&R Solutions, providing unlimited high-speed internet no matter where you live. Call them at 574-349-7673. Welcome back to Westview High School. Jerry Hosteller here with Jamie Miller. Jamie, we're coming up on Christmas, and we have 2 more games before that. We have Angola tonight at a conference matchup, and then Tuesday night we wrap it up before the Christmas holiday with Lakeland. Tonight we're missing one of our key players, our big center, Zepp, is homesick, so that's going to be a key loss for the Warriors tonight against this Angola team.
It certainly will be. He provides, rebounding, good interior defense, and it could hit the outside shot. And so that's a hole to fill. But we go 9 deep and maybe even more.
Right.
So it'll be an opportunity for somebody else to fill that void. We've only primarily had 4 scorers this year, at or near double figures or a little bit above. and that's one of them. So who will step up tonight to fill that void? I don't have the starters yet of whom that might be, or who, if they're going to go with another guard, or maybe Micah will start in his place since they tend to rotate during the game.
Well, you mentioned before we went on the air about maybe going with a smaller lineup tonight, and as a coach, why would you do that?
Well, Angola's not very big themselves. They're not small, but they're not big. They're 6 foot, 6'1". See, their starters, perceived starters, would be 5'9", 6'1", 6'3", 6 foot, and 6'2".
Right.
So having a little smaller lineup. Well, we have no choice without Zepp. He's our biggest guy, but I don't think it'll necessarily be a detriment to have that. He provides height inside, but it can sometimes be a negative on the other end of the floor if he's out on the floor guarding a quicker, smaller guy.
Right, exactly.
So that's where I think we match up really well with them, and likewise they match up well with us. So the really an important week for the NECC conference. You're starting to see a little bit of separation between the better teams in the league and some of the middle of the road teams. And Angola, despite their record, I think that's a little deceptive. They've played, 2 NLC teams, Wawasee, and lost in overtime at Wawasee. That's the first game of the year. That's always tough. Lost to Northridge the other night at home by 8. Well, we lost to Northridge by more than that.
That's right.
In our second game of the year. And before that, they had a nice almost 20-point win at Garrett. And Woodland, I don't know much about. Concord, they played Concord as well, and Concord's having a really good year so far.
Right.
So they've played a tougher schedule. They're not going to come in here intimidated. The fact that we're 5-1 and they're 1-5.
Right.
It's going to be like the other night against Elkhart Christian. We're going to have to play well to win. Now, we didn't play well the other night, and we still pulled it out.
No, we didn't.
I don't think we'll get away with that tonight because they have a really consistent scorer out there in Dane Lance, number 1 out there. He's a 6'1" senior, averaging 16 points a game. Shoots at 28% from 3, and he leads them in scoring, and I'm sure he's going to have a lot of attention on him. He's been around a while. I've seen him shooting the ball, it seems like, for 8 years out there.
Yeah, it does seem that way. If a team has a good player, it seems like they're around forever. They're like 5th-year seniors or something like you see in college.
I think I remember him from junior high even. I don't know if I don't know if he's just stuck around. He's one of those kids that just sticks out in your mind. You remember him, and he's having a good senior year, and good for him for that. So that'll be important tonight to clamp down on him as much as possible.
Lance averages 16 points per game. And as you mentioned, he's their leading scorer.
So it looks like we're going to go with Springer starting tonight instead of possibly another big guy. So we'll go small and be even smaller than them.
Yeah, you had it figured out, Coach.
Well, the other night, Wade had a really good game.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know if he ended up with 12 or 14 points, but it was a season or career high for him. And really, he hit a couple threes in that third quarter that finally gave us a little breathing room.
Right.
And so, that's good to see. I like to see kids be rewarded for their efforts and for success, and he'll get a chance to show that tonight.
Whether it was going to happen anyway, even if Zepp wasn't here, I mean, he deserves a start tonight after the performance the other night.
Yeah, the only thing you lose
then,
you lose that. He had 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. He only had 2 threes, I believe.
Yes, he did.
And on the year, see, we had those stats right here. On the year, Wade is shooting 67% from three-point range.
Yeah, and he leads us in that department. Yeah, right. He just took that.
Now he's only 4 out of 6, but it's only about 1 per game.
Yeah,
but I think that's all you need to register a stat is 1 per game, and so just overall shooting. We were looking at this earlier. We're shooting 40% from three-point range for the year as a team, and that's despite the last couple of games struggling from that range.
If we can keep that pace, we're going to have a good year.
Yeah, even some of the best teams we've had in the past, struggled to hit that mark as a team.
Right.
And that's really a good benchmark. Ironically, we're only shooting 45% from 2.
Yeah, I was looking at that too and thinking, what? But
yeah, usually you're a little higher than that, but you know, we forget where we started this year with 3 new key players, and just it's always tough starting the year with new players. And
Definitely.
especially when you're rotating 9 people through the lineup. It takes a little while to settle into your role and to, be your best at what your role is.
Right.
So tonight, I think we've seen a massive improvement since game 1, since game 2, and I would expect nothing less. Our leading three-point shooter on the year as far as makes is Caden. Caden Grau is 12 for 20, shoots 60%. And then Wiley has made 10 on the year, and Wyatt Zepp has made 8 on the year. So we got 4 guys that can hit them. Oh, we didn't even mention Luke Helmuth. He's only 7 for 14, 50%.
Yeah, 50%. That's all right.
Yeah, so that's 5 guys, and then we got Austin, who's let's see, he's
1 for
he's
2.
only shot 2 of them.
Yeah.
So he's
But-
more of a distributor right now.
Well, and we have
But-
Camden Yoder, who's probably going to continue to get better as the season progresses, but he definitely has a 3. He's got a shooting eye for 3.
Yeah, we
too,
saw
so.
that last year. He would
Right.
come in and he hit some threes. This year he hasn't got on track just yet. He's been injured, and there's just a lot of players and only a certain amount of minutes, and
That's true.
He's going to get his chance tonight. I would anticipate him to have a chance out there to pop a few in there. So. Yeah, exciting. Plenty of talent to put out there on the floor. We've seen some of the highs and we've seen some of the lows. I'd say
yeah.
Tuesday night probably was. It felt like a low. Give credit to Elkhart Christian because they came in and played hard.
They
and
did.
hit some early shots to get up, and we just seemed to be a step slow all night. We were
Right.
fumbling and stumbling and bumbling, as they say. But I would anticipate. I was thinking about this a couple of days ago that they came out that night, ran out on the floor, and saw probably the smallest Westview crowd here that I've seen in a long time. And I think that can have an effect.
I think so.
And then tonight you walk out, you got one of the bigger crowds we've had this year, and the festivities of homecoming and the student body in full force. So I think we'll be ready to go. They're kids, and things like that can affect you.
Oh, definitely.
Especially younger players. And so one guy we've seen that was not playing JV tonight was Daniel Yoder, number 45 out there. Evidently, at least right now, he's made the move up to varsity full time. He had 5 key points the other day in the second quarter.
Yeah,
to
he
kind
did.
of help us hang in there in the second quarter when we were down a bunch. So I think the coaching staff is liking what they're seeing out of him and want him up there as an option.
Well, he came in on Tuesday night, looked very confident in the time that he was in there, and like you said, he scored right away off the bench, played good defense as well. One of the reasons he might have not played JV tonight, too, is because of Zepp's absence, and they thought they'd need him more on varsity tonight, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I agree. That's a possibility. You want all hands on deck.
That's right.
In every game, but especially a conference game.
Right.
So, our games this week, I think early scores have shown Angola and Lakeland to be fairly similar in how good they are. And both of them very capable of beating us on any certain night. And we'll have to play well to win this game.
Should be an interesting contest tonight here on a Friday evening at Westview High School. Like Jamie said, a good crowd on hand. Good to have you aboard tonight. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back with more from Westview High School on our pregame show right after this 1-minute timeout.
Are you looking for unlimited high-speed internet? With no contract and no credit check. No matter where you live, it's available. Bringing America together. J&R Solutions, Internet Service Provider. Call them at 574-349-7673.
Well, that gave me some chills.
No kidding. Wow.
Man, beautiful rendition by Lily Bennett here at Westview of the national anthem before tonight's ball game. Great job, Lily.
Yes.
And we're ready for our starting lineups for tonight's game. Angola Hornets are coached by Brandon Appleton, who has a 28-49 record, and this being his 4th year at guiding the Angola Hornets. Number 0 is Tommy Caswell. He is a 5'9" sophomore, averaging 7.5 points per game. Number 1 is their leading scorer, Dane Lance, 6'1" senior, averaging 16 per game. Number 2 is Kyler Husher, 6'3" junior, averaging 8.5 points per game. Number 3 is Cam McGee, a 6' senior, averaging 8.2 points per game. And rounding out their starting lineup, Ryan Stuckey, a 6'2" sophomore, averaging 6.7 points per game. He's also their leading rebounder, averaging 5.7 rebounds per game. For the Warriors, Wade Springer, as we mentioned, back in his starting lineup, a 5'11" senior. Wade comes in with a 4.5 point per game average. Number 15 is Austin Slabaugh, our only starting freshman, is 6'1" freshman, averaging 3.2 points per game. Number 21 is Caden Grau, a 6'3" sophomore, averaging 9.5 points per game. Next out, Luke Helmuth, the senior leader, 6'1" senior, averaging 13 points per game. Wears number 33 on his Westview uniform. And number 35 is Wiley Minix, a 6'2" senior, averaging 10.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds per game, and as we mentioned as well, he leads the team in that department. So we're ready to go in this Northeast Corner Conference matchup, Westview and Angola.
Well, Angola trots out some nice-looking athletes out there.
They did. Yeah.
They're height-wise, they're not super tall, but they're long and athletic.
Right.
And you're going to have to keep them off the boards as a team and get back on defense, because Appleton took over a program that wasn't doing so well several years ago, and it's kind of been a little bit of a rebuild. But I think they're rounding into form compared to where they started.
Tip is controlled by the Warriors. Austin Slabaugh will bring it up for Westview. Angola starts out in a man. Minix controls right wing. Swing it back around the other side to Caden Grau. Luke Helmuth down to Wiley on the baseline.
Wiley's found a little bit of a home in there. You know, he's a little bit struggling from deep this year.
Maybe that's what he needs to do, is post up.
Yeah, he's our leading rebounder. He had a good game the other night, a lot of inside stuff.
With the ball for Angola is Dane Lance, their leading scorer, in the paint. Jumper is no good off the back of the iron. Rebound, there he is, our leading scorer, Wiley Minix. Luke Helmuth with the outlet pass. He goes right side of Slabaugh in the corner to Grau. Swing it around to Slabaugh. Wiley with a 3, and it's going to be long. Good hustle by Luke. Grab the basketball, and Grau for 3, and it spins out, no good. Rebound
you just
into
expect
the hands
his
of
shots
McGee.
to go in, don't you?
You do, yeah.
Well, he's shooting 60% out there, so, well, it's down now.
Unforced turnover there as Angola throws it away, so it's going to be Westview's basketball.
Well, it'd be good to start out hot. You know, it's been a little while since we've been that way, and I think it would really loosen everybody up and get the offense rolling, keep the crowd in the game. We've had some clunkers lately with offense in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, we have.
Hard to keep them in the game.
Right. Couple shots missed there. Angola with a rebound. Lance out front to Caswell.
Interesting that we're putting a freshman, Austin Slabaugh, on Dean Lance. I think it's more about length.
Oh, that could be. But didn't he guard the Elkhart Christian leading scorer too?
Yep, he did at
Slabaugh
times,
did?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good defensively, long arms, moves his feet well.
Once again, Angola throws it away, so it'll be Westview ball. Once again, the Hornets will apply the full court pressure on Westview. Springer inbounds to Helmuth. Luke double team, gets it out of trouble to Slaybaugh, to Grau. Wiley Minix over to Wade Springer. Work at the Slaybaugh. He backs it out on the wing. Good fake by Wiley. Takes it all the way in. What do we have? Foul on the floor. I didn't look, but I don't know whether. Yeah, Brill's down there tonight. Owen was out on Tuesday with illness. Inbounding is Wiley Minix. Gets it into Grau, up front to Wade Springer, down low to Luke, now to Grau. Luke fakes the three, takes it from high post right side, a little short, and we have another foul. McGee had it, and we got a reach in. And
I think we're, 1 for 6 now from the floor?
Yeah.
Angola playing pretty good defense, not giving us anything easy. On the year, they're giving up 55 points a game, which is not great. But a lot of teams can start off the game good with defense, but how do they sustain that?
Right. Westview is giving up 10 less at 45.3. Lance with the basketball. Spins, goes around Slaybaugh, then dishes it out front to McGee. He drives, and he dishes it underneath the Stuckey, and he puts it in off the glass.
Yeah, when you lose your man on the perimeter, especially when you're up top, at top of the key, it really hurts the defense, and that is usually what happens.
Helmuth drives right through the press. Westview with it. Minix pulls it out to Wade on the pass out front. He'll go down low to Helmuth. He'll muscle his way in, rejected inside, but a whistle before. It's going to be a two-shot foul coming. And that's going to go against Stuckey.
Whenever you lose a guy that started every game of the year, it takes a little while to figure out what to do. I know he's not played every minute of every game, but starting the game with everybody's starters, and it just takes a little getting used to.
Luke hits his free throw, a 77% free throw shooter coming in tonight. Leader in that department on the team is Minix with the 79%. Well, actually Springer at 88%. Luke hits both free throws. 4-2 Westview. Out front, Lance with the basketball. He'll get it to Caswell. Lob inside, high post left side to McGee. Three-pointer in the air by Stuckey, no good. And Luke clears the boards for Westview. Pass ahead is over the head of Wiley Minix and out of bounds into the hallway.
Well, I like the aggression, but you got to know who you're throwing it to and how high they can get up.
It's not Zepp down there.
Exactly.
McGee brings it across the 10-second stripe. Takes it into the paint. Takes a shot from 15. No good. Wiley Minix there for the rebound. Outlet pass comes to Austin Slaybaugh. Drives into the paint. Puts it up. Got it off the glass.
Yeah, I'd like to see him be more aggressive offensively.
He's strong enough. He can do that. Nice shot. And we've got a over and back violation against Angola.
One thing I see is that we're pushing our defense out a little higher.
Yeah.
And into the passing lane. So
right.
First sub of the game, Daniel Yoder.
Oh, for another freshman.
So 2 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor out there for Westview right now, along with 2 seniors.
Pretty impressive. Grau looking to inbound. He does get it into Minix. Quick handoff to Springer, puts it up, misses. Rebound is pulled down by Lance. Back come the Hornets. Inside pass, shots in the air, and good by Lance off the left side.
Yeah, Wade hesitated on that move. He could have just pulled up for a short little bank shot.
Grau on the wing. Bounce pass down on the baseline to Springer. Back out front it'll come. Minix now top of the circle. He drives, runs out of room, gets to Slabaugh, now to Grau. He drives, good drive on the baseline but couldn't finish.
Yeah, he got hit on the arm that time, but it was a little bit of a forced shot.
And now we have an offensive foul called on McGee. Good positioning that time by Wade Springer. So McGee picks up the foul. Helmuth comes back into the ball game now. Wade Springer will come out. Wiley Minix comes out. Also checking in is Owen Brill.
Well, it hasn't been a pretty game. It's been up and down. A lot of missed opportunities, really, for both teams.
Close ball game, 6-4, 2:37 to go in the first quarter.
Really what we need is somebody that can take the ball and beat their man off the dribble. And that attracts the defense, and that breaks everything down. And right now, nobody's doing that.
We saw it once with Slabaugh, or was that just
That was a fast break.
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
right.
he still did beat who was guarding him. But right now we don't have enough aggression offensively.
another travel call, this time against Angola on Ben Thomas, who's just come into the ball game. He's a 6'2 sophomore, number 5. Daniel Yoder inbounding. He'll get it into his fellow classmate, Austin Slabaugh, and Austin brings it across the timeline. Shoots it right side on the pass to Owen Brill. We'll swing it all the way over to Helmuth. Back out front, Slabaugh. Helmuth left open for 3, no good. Skying for the rebound there was Dane Lance. He'll bring it up. He drives all the way to the basket, puts it up, misses. Another offensive foul. This time it'll go against Dane Lance. Once again, good job getting him defensive position by Westview.
I think that was Daniel Yoder.
Daniel Yoder got set. He could see that coming. So Westview will inbound and gets pressure once again. Wade Springer will bring it up for Westview. And another traveling violation. Is that something the referees are supposed to key in on this year? You know, they're supposed to focus on.
I think you get crews that specialize in that. I mean, yeah.
We've had at least 4 or 5 of them tonight.
It's been a lot, and it seems like they start it and they just don't stop.
They could have called one there. Leach with it. Landon Leach. With the ball, Lance. Lance gets the screen from Usher. Bounce pass inside to Thomas. Thomas runs out of room, gives it off to Lance. Lance drives the baseline back to Usher, and he travels. Well, maybe they are legitimate. That one certainly was. Yeah, it's just one of those games that's not really getting off to a very good start again.
The typical homecoming blahs.
Yeah,
it seems like it
that's
happens
right.
every year. They just need to cancel homecoming, I think. Do it at a soccer game or something.
There you go. You're going to get some calls from mothers.
That's okay.
Luke Helmuth with his first 2 tonight from the field. He has a couple of free throws. Stuckey with it, hands it off to Thomas, and now to Leach. Both teams using their bench. In the corner, the shot's off by Leach. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Wade Springer to Wiley Minix. Springer backs it out now as Westfield try to take the last shot of the first quarter. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds now. Wiley with it. Now Brill. Wiley drives the baseline, puts it up. Nice move, but he couldn't get it to go. Daniel Yoder fakes, puts it up, can't get it. The buzzer sounds.
I don't know what they were looking for. He got whacked right on the arm.
Yeah, Coach Pribble wasn't very happy about that.
That's 2 down there right by the basket they didn't call.
8 minutes in the book here at Westview. 8-4, Westview leading Angola. We'll be back with second quarter action in 60 seconds. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, class coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204.
$30 bid around
500.
Hear the calls of the auctioneers at the Shipshewana Antique Auction every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Feel the thrill as 6 to 9 auctioneers showcase a variety of antiques, collectibles, treasures, and more. Whether in search of a unique find or something for your next DIY project, you'll find it at the Shipshewana Auction. And it's different every week. Bid on thousands of items from pickers from all over. To learn how to buy or sell, visit ShipshewannaTradingPlace.com. Going once, twice,
Sold.
On the best deals at the Shipshewana Antique Auction.
Yep. And we're back. Both teams out of their huddle as we begin the second quarter now. Angola will inbound. And if you can't read the front of their uniforms, it says A-Town on there. They're like the alternate uniforms.
I haven't even looked at that so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
With the basketball is Thomas. He'll hand it off to Lance.
Well, if you like defense, this is your game.
And that's what it's been, a defensive battle. 8-4 Westview. Lance fakes, drives, and then pulls it back out. He'll give it off to McGee. Camden Yoder will come to the scorer's bench. He'll check in at the next stoppage of play. Ball knocked away. Good defense by Luke Helmer.
Yeah, Luke was harassing his guy that whole possession, and it finally paid off.
Springer out front with the basketball in the center circle. They'll wait for the defense. Looks like we're going to run a play here. Wade bounce passes it to Luke. Better get out of there. He did. Now the ball, Daniel Yoder. He drives, loses control, picks it back up again. Good job recovering. Now Minix on the baseline makes some moves but can't get past the defense. Angola is playing tenacious defense here. And now we have a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Angola. I guess it was, they were bodying.
I'd rather them call the hacks on the arm when we're shooting instead of the first foul of the quarter. But we'll take it.
That's right, it is.
Yeah, it's two teams that right now are struggling a little bit offensively, and that's, yeah, it's only 8-4 still. At this point, we're going to have to hustle to get the Northwood score at halftime.
Yeah, that's true. Camden Yoder is checked into the ball game, number 13 for Westview. Now Luke battling for position, gets the inbound pass. Give it to Springer, now to Minix. Back to Springer. Camden Yoder, bounce passes it to Luke, right back to Camden. Bounce pass down low on the baseline. Minix, what do we got? Oh no, they're trying.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Man.
I didn't see that at all. That's just a spin move. You don't have to be a statue down there. If anything, that was caused by the defense flopping, so, wow. Well, let's get it back on defense. So far, we've only given up 4 points in 10 minutes.
And we might be going for a Guinness World Record of most traveling violations in a high school basketball game.
Yeah, it seems like every year there's one game like that where there's so many travels you can't.
Yeah. Miss underneath. Back comes Angola. McGee from the corner is Dean Lance, and he hits. No, it's 12 is Leach, I guess, wasn't it? Did
that
you see?
Was, yeah, I didn't see the number.
Leach, I thought it looked like their leading scorer, Lance, but Number 12, Leach got it. 8-7 now. Angola within 1. Springer in the corner left side. Austin Slayball will check in at the next stoppage. And now we have a whistle, and a foul's going to be called on Angola. McGee picks it up. That'll be his second. Slayball comes in, and let's see who's coming out. Wade Springer will get a break. Wiley Minix will trigger it in for the Warriors. He gets it into Grau. Grau look for the three, can't find it from the left corner. He gets it out front to Austin Slayball. Slayball drive it all the way to the basket, put it up off the glass and got it.
Yeah, that time that was a clear out just for Austin. Right now he's our
offense.
Well, he's best able to beat his man off the dribble.
Slayball with 4 now. That is Lance from the corner, and he hits. With the basketball is Slayball. We get it to Camden Yoder. Down low it'll come to Helmuth. He bounces it off the shoe of Angola's player, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay in the possession of Westview. .10 ball game. Minute and a half into the halfway point of the second quarter. Grau with it. He'll cross-court it to Camden Yoder. He fakes his three. Now gives off to Slayball. He drives it short off the front of the rim, and a rebound to. And the fast break was laid in there by Husher on the pass from Lance. Angola with the lead. Driving is Helmuth. Whistle before the shot. Third foul of the quarter against Angola. And that foul goes against Stuckey. And we're going to have a timeout called by Westview. It'll be a 30. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Tiffany's specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988 and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Shipshe Automotive Service provides 5-star auto repair services in the Shipshewana area. See Shipshe Automotive's professional auto repair technicians for advanced diagnostics for your vehicle. From suspension and alignment to AC repair, brakes, and general maintenance, with Shipshe Automotive Service, you gain a partner you can trust with all your auto repair needs. Shipshe Automotive Service also provides 24-hour towing service. That's Shipshe Automotive Service, 260-768-7119.
Basketball after the timeout, trailing by 2, 12-10. Luke Helmuth, right side to Grau. Grau into the paint, bounce passes it to Minix. He'll fake, put it up, have it blocked away, but into the hands of Grau. He'll put it up off the baseline, misses a shot, and Angola with a rebound. Boy,
yeah.
I mean, they are playing tough defense, but some of those shots, we got to get them in. Good job by Luke from behind.
I thought Caden got hit on that shot too. I don't know. They're selective what they're calling them.
I guess, yeah.
Austin had a baseline drive there, I thought, for a layup, but
he did.
Yeah, I just think that we're seeing, with a baseball team that all of a sudden they can't hit.
Right.
And it's just contagious.
Exactly.
I think the same thing's happening here. It's just.
Oh, Caden Grau had a beautiful shot, but couldn't get spun out. So Angola a chance to extend their 2-point lead. Drive, and the shot is up and good by Lance. And a technical foul is called on Lance. After he made that shot, he was trash talking.
Yeah, he was. The last time before he did it to our crowd. This time he looked right at one of our players. And that was well deserved.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I would have said the same thing if it had been one of our players.
Right.
But yeah, he definitely
you shouldn't be able to expect to get away with something like that anywhere.
Right.
Especially when you're 1-5.
Exactly. That's right. And maybe it's frustration on his part, but still. Grau puts it in, his first point tonight.
Yeah, I think it's just going to take a couple of guys making shots. We'll relax, and it's going to come. These guys are good shooters. They've shown that. It's just one of those games where it starts out slow, and it's hard to turn the ship around.
Caden Grau will come out of the ball game now for a little respite. And who came in for him? Let's see. Wade Springer back
Wade
in, or
in.
Micah Miller. Micah's out there too.
Yeah, Mike has been out there.
Okay, so it was Wade.
Yeah, Wade came in, and Daniel. Did Daniel just come in?
I thought he was in to begin. Oh, Daniel Yoder. Yeah, you're
Daniel
right.
Yoder.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the other freshman, Austin Slabaugh.
Austin. Now Angola, or A-Town, should I say, is in a zone defense. So now we're a little puzzled over that.
Gotta adjust. 2-3 zone, or 2-1-2, 2-3 it looks like.
Now the key here is ball movement, and we've got a dribble drive to draw two people. If you're just going to pass it around, you're never going to break the zone. Good ball fake that time. That's gets them moving.
Good feed inside to Micah Miller.
Mike's got to shoot that ball.
Yeah.
My goodness, you got to lay up, and you're a senior. Put it up.
Foul's called on McGee, his third.
Mike has proven to be a good passer and sees the floor really well, but we need points.
15th foul on Angola, so that'll send Micah Miller to the free throw line. Now the two of the officials are having a discussion. I'm not sure what that was about. Miller's at the line for the first time tonight. Misses. One more shot coming Micah's way. McGee checked out with 3 fouls. Miller hits his second free throw. 14-13, Westview down 1, and now Coach Appleton wants a timeout for Angola.
30 seconds.
We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
.212 to go in the first half. Westview trailing 14-13 to Angola.
Well, our defense started out really well. Didn't allow Angola to get anything easy. And got out in transition a little bit. We didn't convert much. And eventually the other team's going to get some points. And they have. We really have to get our defense back out. We're going to a little bit of a 1-2-2, 1-3-1 or half-court trap here to try to change things up a little.
We had a little bit of a ticky-tack foul there.
Oh, my goodness. The whole coaching staff is just perplexed.
Looked like he might have given him a dirty look.
That's just just so random what's getting called over there from that guy. I don't know what to say anymore, so I won't.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're afraid it was going to get out of control when they called the technical there.
And we've gone from hammering people by the basket with no calls to now a ticky-tack out top that they're going to call that had no bearing on the play.
With the ball is Thomas. He holds out front. Wade Springer with him. Now Thomas tries to make a move, can't do it. He'll get it out of trouble to Stuckey.
Looks like Angola's going to hold for a last shot with 1:30 to go.
We got a ways to go. Five seconds on Angola.
Yeah, I didn't understand that possession by Angola. That's not. They haven't been doing that the whole game, and then they bring in a sophomore to have him dribble.
Yeah. Strange things going on here.
Yeah, it's a little out of character, but we'll take it. Now we got to get the lead back.
Helmuth with the basketball. He'll give out front to Daniel Yoder. He drives, gives it to Minix at the free throw line. Minix can't find the shot from there. He'll give it to Wade Springer.
Yeah, it is bothering him a little bit having a taller guy on him as far as Wiley.
Yeah, exactly. What? 14-13, Westview will inbound, trailing by 1 to Angola.
Angola go into a half-court trap here.
30 seconds to go, first half. Slaybaugh to Luke Helmuth.
It's going to be hard to run a play against this defense at the last, so we just need to get a good shot and hit it. Whether we got 10 seconds or 3.
8 seconds. Down to 5. Minix from the corner, it's way off. Rebounds pulled down by Leach. Last second shot off the glass, no good. And we played one half of this basketball game tonight with a prodigious score of 14-13.
Sheesh.
Wow. Angola leading Westview. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout with scoring and stats.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. Home improvement supplies for your home, RV, or manufactured home don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Here's a secret the big box stores don't want you to know. Emma Warehouse has the products you need at below retail prices, including windows, doors, trim, furnaces, flooring, hardware, paint, and more. Emma Warehouse is located 6 miles west of LaGrange in downtown Emma. Call 260-593-2769 for more information.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at 5 Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
We are back at Westview, tonight's halftime show. brought to you by Pizza Depot in Millersburg, featuring chicken fajita pizza as their December pizza of the month. Well, the first half looked like we might have been having a few pizzas right before the game. It's supposed to be for after, but really a slugfest in the first half. That's kind of the nice way to put it. Westview did jump out to an 8-4 lead after one quarter. Only scored 5 points in the second, and Angola scored 10. So they have a 14-13 lead on us at the intermission. Individual scoring won't take long, so let's go through that. Dane Lance, number 6, averaging 16 points on the year. He's got 7. Kyle Husher has 2. Landon Leach 3, and Ryan Stuckey 2 for Angola. For Westview, Austin Slaybaugh already has exceeded his season average. He's got 4. Caden Grau has 2, Micah Miller 1, and Luke Helmuth 4, and Wiley Minix, first layup of the game. That's his only points.
Well, we've got it spread out.
That's a very kind way to put it.
I'm looking for positives.
Take it away, Dan. Why are we in such a mess?
Well, because we're shooting awful.
To say the least.
We're 0 for 5 from three-point range, and we're a whopping 4 of 16 from inside the arc. So we're shooting 25% inside the arc. Overall, shooting under 20% from the field.
4 for 21.
Yeah, 4 for 21.
Wow.
And on the other side, they haven't shot nearly as many shots, but they're shooting 50% inside the arc, 4 of 8, and 2 of 5 from three-point range. So they're 6 of 13, so they're shooting almost 50%. And that's why, even though it looks like, I mean, we have put up a ton of shots. We have 6 offensive boards to get us those extra shots. I mean, there's a lot of stats in our favor. We've only had 2 fouls called on us. They've had 9 whistled on them. Of course, 2 of those were offensive and 1 was a technical foul. Yeah, that was, I couldn't hear what you guys were saying, but that was right in front of me there. It's like, yeah, that was the right call.
It was well deserved, yes.
And he looked so shocked, like, what? It's like, you can't do that. You can't taunt another player after you score on him. But, yeah, it's just the one thing I would say is I love seeing what Austin's starting to do, starting to drive. And it's like I've seen him do that on those 3-on-3 tournaments, but I haven't seen him do it here. I think it must have taken him a while just to get comfortable with the idea that maybe he'd take these guys. I don't know.
I agree. Right now, he's our best chance at scoring.
Yeah.
He's got to keep doing that. I think they need to spread it out if they can and run some isolation for him. At least he's going to attract a couple of guys and dish off. So I just think we're all in a little bit of a stupor right now with our shots, and it's sometimes it just takes a spark to get you out of it. But it's been a few games now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I just wonder when's the last time we had a half with no threes in it. And we haven't taken very many. I mean, we've tried 5 times, but haven't got anything to drop.
And after that, we really stopped even looking for them. I thought Wiley turned down that many by himself.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That second quarter. Yeah. So, I guess the positive side, you shot 4 for 21, and you're down 1 point.
If you want to call that a positive, there's your silver lining.
There's a second positive.
On Angola's side, if you're shooting 50% practically, and you're only up 1, that's not a great sign either.
Yeah.
But they seem to have locked in on us offensively. They really. Their defense is locked into our offense, and we're not getting anything easy, but I also think we're just turning down shots we're normally hitting. So, Caden has been really consistent this year, and he's struggling to get open shots. Wiley's turning down a bunch of shots. Wade hasn't barely looked at the basket after a couple of layups early, and so we just got to come together as a team, fight, grind it out. And it doesn't always have to look pretty if at the end of the day you've won. So it's a game, if we're going to win this conference this year, this is a game you have to win against a middle-of-the-conference team on your home floor.
Definitely.
You absolutely have to win it.
You made a good point, Jamie, at the beginning of the broadcast that record could be deceiving. I mean, they're 1-5, but they did play some pretty decent opponents coming to the first part of their season, so that makes a difference. I mean, it's a team you can't just say, oh, they have a 1-5 record, this is going to be easy.
Yeah, imagine if they had played instead of Wawasee and Concord, they played Bethany and Cherubusco.
Right.
Well, they're 3-2 or
Exactly.
3-3 instead of 1-5, and that looks a whole lot different. So
Right.
it's I knew it'd be a tough game. I didn't anticipate shooting this poorly again. We seemed like we started out with energy and good ball movement and just clunked a few layups, and just like that, our confidence evaporated. And so I think we're also adjusting. Wyatt Zepp attracts a lot of defensive attention, and he's a good passer, good shooter, and not having that big guy in there takes away an advantage that we may have had.
Well, the kids need to make that adjustment, and that's hard. They're used to having them in there, and they're not having that advantage here tonight. So let's see what they can do in the second half. It'll be interesting to see what happens if they can come out and figure out how they can get some shots off that tenacious defense from Angola.
Yeah, I think the Angola defense is buoyed by the fact they're in the game and ahead.
Right.
I think if we could get up 7-8 points, I think we'd start to poke some holes in that. But we said that the other night too, and it took till the fourth quarter to get up there.
Yeah, we kept thinking it was going to happen, but they stayed right with it. So
yeah.
Well, we'll be back. Both teams have come out of their locker rooms, and we've got about a minute and a half until the second half starts. No more tip-offs. And we'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at 5 Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
Pizza Depot on South Jefferson Street in Millersburg features delicious pizza and breadsticks, along with fresh salads. Dine-in, carry-out, and delivery are all available at Pizza Depot. Pizza Depot, 104 South Jefferson Street in Millersburg. 574-642-4229.
Tonight's halftime show was brought to you by Pizza Depot in Millersburg, featuring chicken fajita pizza as their December pizza of the month.
And that sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah, it does. You know, the good news, too, here, the crowd has really been pacing themselves, so they're ready for an eruption.
That's right.
We need to hit about back-to-back threes, and this, this could really break things open. So I think it may come down in the second half to who can hit more threes.
Good point.
We're hitting, what are we hitting? We have 45 this year in 6 games, so that's 8.5 per game we're making. And tonight, 0.
After
it's a big
16.
part of offense. Angola on the other, well, I didn't check Angola's points, but I don't think they have shot as many or as well.
I know that Lance made one from the corner and Leach did, but Westview has control of the basketball to begin the second half. Slaybaugh drives it down the lane and dishes it off to Grau, but Grau was cutting up.
That was tipped by Angola.
Okay.
But they're not going to call it that way.
Oh, it did deflect off Angola, but yeah. Instant replay. Not going to happen. Angola with the basketball. With the ball, Lance. He'll get it out front to Caswell. Back to Lance. He's double teamed. He'll cross court it to Stuckey. Back to Caswell. Now to Lance. Into the paint. It'll go to Thomas and then in the corner. Now pass is intercepted. Wade Springer brings it all the way back and pulls it out. He'll give it to Minix. Grau bounce passes it to Slaybaugh, posted, or rather Luke. No, it was Slaybaugh. I get those two mixed up.
I get the feeling the coaching staff went at halftime and said, we got to get Austin some shots. So posting him up there.
Driving Angola, pass underneath, shots off the glass and good by Husher.
We were a fingernail from getting a steal that time. Luke missed it, and then that opened up a layup.
That'll put Kyler Husher at the line. Angola up by 1, 16-15.
I think this is a good strategy by the coaching staff, though. Let's change the tenor of this game a little bit. You may give up some shots, but you might get out on the break and relax. Sometimes getting a team that's struggling, getting them out running.
That's right.
Getting them feeling good. It can help loosen things up.
Usher hits his free throw to complete the three-point play. 17-15 now, Angola by 2. Westview break. Well, they did break the press, but knocking it out of bounds there was Usher. Westview will re-inbound it. It'll be Luke Helmuth triggering it in for Westview. He'll get it into Springer, back to Helmuth. Wiley in the corner. He'll dish it into Luke, then out to Grau for 3. And that's off the mark. Picking up the rebound was Thomas, so we continue to miss our shots from outside. Lance with the ball for Angola. Move on a baseline by Stuckey, drills it inside, and now we have a whistle and a foul on Westview underneath. Pass was received by Usher, but he was fouled from behind. Second team foul on Westview of the quarter. McGee with 3 fouls, checks back into the ball game for Angola, and coming out is Ben Thomas. Inbounding will be Tommy Caswell. Out front it comes on a pass to Stuckey. He'll drive it all the way to the hoop, puts it up, misses a shot, tipped out by Grau, but right into the hands of Usher. Now to Dane Lance. His shot's off the mark. Another offensive rebound, and a shot off the glass is good by Stuckey on the hook shot.
Well, Angola's just outplaying Westview right now. They're out hustling them. They're getting better shots.
Got a lot of offensive rebounds that time. Slaybaugh gets a pick from Wade Springer.
Yeah, they're really, Angola's strategy this half is a little different. They're doubling whenever we set a high screen there for Austin. They're doubling that, trying to get it out of his hands.
Luke from the corner left side. It's long. Slaybaugh with the offensive rebound. We have a whistle and a foul's going to be called. And that'll be on the floor. It is called on McGee, who just came in with 3 fouls, and he's going to be coming right back out again. He picked up his 4th foul. And now he's questioning the official.
Some nights are like that.
Yeah.
You don't hardly work up a sweat.
Springer inbounds it to Luke. Not Austin Slaybaugh. Austin drives it, gives it off to Grau. Now to Yoder from the corner. His shot won't go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. It'll be Angola basketball. 5:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Angola inbounding. Dane Lance with the basketball. Westview applying the pressure at half court. Usher gets it back out to Lance. Lance is double teamed. Good defense by Westview. Pass underneath. Well, I'll get it back to Lance, and he hits a 3. First 3 of the night for Lance.
Yeah, it's the danger when you do go to that type of offense. You give up some open shots, but you would hope on the other end that we're...
And now Slaybaugh is called for over and back. And now Coach Pribble wants to talk things over as Angola's build a 7-point lead here in the 3rd quarter. 4.5 minutes to go. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
4:31 shows on the Westview clock here. Westview down 22-15 to Angola, and Angola has the basketball.
I'm not sure that was the right call on that turnover on Austin. You have to get all three parts, both feet and the ball over the line before they can't go back. And I didn't think that was the case, but.
Well, we got it right back.
We got it right back, yep.
Turnover on Angola. Wade Springer will inbound. Once again, Angola applies a full court pressure. Helmo picks up his dribble, gives to Slabaugh. Luke breaks the press.
Somebody's just got to take the ball and make some plays here. We're just passing it too much. It's easy to say when I'm sitting up here.
Luke takes a 15-footer, got it. That's what we need.
And that's something to cheer about right there. Jump shot that went in.
Yeah, wow. Second regular field goal of the night for Luke Helmuth. 22-17. Angola now 24-17.
Yeah, our help side defense that time just turned their head. I don't know what they were looking at. Ball's on that side of the floor. You should be looking at that.
Daniel Yoder got trapped on the corner, did a good job of not panicking to get it out. Now right back to Daniel, faked the three, he's back in trouble again, and we have a foul called on Angola. On the bump, that was Caswell, I believe. That'll be his first. (24-17), and it's late in the third quarter, believe it or not, if you're just tuning in. Slabaugh gets it to Wade Springer. Slabaugh drives, gives it to Luke, takes it down on the baseline, fall-away jumper, good.
Basketball seems pretty simple. He can make shots.
That's right. 8 now for Luke. Drive, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Angola. It'll be Westview ball.
But again, we didn't stop the drive. We were fortunate they missed, but
right.
we're just not picking up that drive.
They missed the bunny underneath. We gave them that shot. Grau comes out. Wiley Minix comes in for Westview. Wade Springer will be inbounding underneath the Angola basket. Gets it into Slabaugh. Back to Helmuth. Across the timeline on the pass to Daniel Yoder. Now Slabaugh drives, gives out to Minix for three, got it! Wiley with his first three of the night. Westview back within 2 now. There was a travel.
Yeah, you're right. They don't call that this half.
Lance got himself in the air, but was able to get the pass off. On the baseline, Stuckey has his pocket picked by Daniel Yoder.
And both of his arms.
Yeah, that's true.
Inconsistency is what drives you crazy.
Shot by Wiley. This time it's off the mark. Knocked out of bounds by Luke Helmuth. That'll be, they're going to call a foul on him?
I don't see how that's a foul. I mean, there's 2 guys going for the ball.
I can see if they say that he was knocked it out of bounds, but 24-22, Angola will inbound. Leading by 2 with 1 minute and 55 seconds to go, third quarter. With the ball, Stuckey. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas tries to get it inside, knocked away, regains possession, puts it on the floor. He's been in there about 8 seconds. Shot from 3, no good. And another foul.
I think they got 5 for Angola on that one.
Yep, that was on a good block out by Westview. Up over the back was Thomas, his first. So once again, Westview a chance to tie or take the lead. Helmuth is tripped up as he drives between the two Angola defenders.
Yeah, and I think we can do that not just there, but on offense too. Just drive it. Drive it to the basket. We're just not.
Yep.
We're a little hesitant right now.
Third foul on Stuckey.
Be shooting free throws. Well, I guess the quarter is about to end anyhow, but
4 fouls on Angola, 3 on Westview. Slaybaugh gives it to Wiley Minix down at Wade Springer with the 3.
Well, that's his 1 per game.
That's right, and it came at a key time. Westview with the lead now, 25-24. 64 seconds to go, third quarter.
That's 5 seconds.
Yeah, it is. Shot by 2, and that's Husher with his 7th point of the game, and that gives Angola the 1-point lead. Inside a minute now. Slaybaugh in the corner to Minix. Minix drives the baseline. Pulls up, gives to Springer. 3 again for Wade.
Where you been, Wade?
There you go. He's getting the openings and he's hitting them. So things are opening up a little bit more for Westview in this third quarter.
Starting to make it look like a basketball game.
That's right.
I think the score in the third quarter is exactly what the score was at halftime. 14-13.
Yep, we're heating it up a little bit. With the ball, Stuckey. Angola go for the last shot here. Shots in the air. 3 by Lance is good. Shot by Springer, and I don't think it would have counted anyway. 29-28, Angola takes the 1-point lead to their huddle between the third and fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
$30 bid around 3,500, 500.
Hear the calls of the auctioneers at the Shipshewana Antique Auction every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Feel the thrill as 6 to 9 auctioneers showcase a variety of antiques, collectibles, treasures, and more. Whether in search of a unique find or something for your next DIY project, you'll find it at the Shipshewana Auction, and it's different every week. Bid on thousands of items from pickers from all over. To learn how to buy or sell, visit ShipshewanATradingPlace.com. Going once, twice,
sold
on the best deals at the Shipshewana Antique Auction.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Great. 8 minutes on the clock. Westview breaking out of their huddle. Angola will soon here as we get set to play the final quarter of play from Westview. Of course, that'd be pending an overtime. Close ball game, pretty much all the way.
Yes, it has.
Not necessarily a well-played ball game overall, but it's getting better.
I think 4 points is our biggest lead. 7 is theirs.
Good point. Lance, left side. Driving is Thomas, gives off underneath to Stuckey. He'll drive, dishes it to Thomas. He misses a shot from outside, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Angola, it'll be Westview ball. Wade Springer inbounding for Westview. And again, Angola in that full court press. Across the timeline comes Luke Helmuth.
Remember the days when you could give the ball to Elijah and tell everybody else to get out of the way?
That's right. Clear the side, let them shoot.
Yeah, that really discouraged anybody from pressing, but until we are able to actually defeat it.
Slaybaugh drives, gives it to Springer, now to Wade, or to Wiley Minix. Inside to Daniel Yoder. His tough shot from behind the glass misses, and it's picked out of there by Angola.
Yeah, a little young shot right there. He kind of got caught in there and thought he had to shoot it, and he really didn't.
Good steal by Luke Helmuth. Slaybaugh looks down to the baseline to Minix. Springer, left side of Luke Helmuth. Back out front to Springer. Bounce pass down low. Minix, good jump hook by Wiley.
Yeah, it could have been an and one there. He got kind of shoved out as he jumped up, but
Westview up 1. Thomas drives it all the way to the basket, puts it up, and we got an offensive foul. Good job by Springer getting into position. Second foul on Ben Thomas.
I don't know. We saw Luke go down in the last game a little bit and came back and played. I just wonder if his lateral movement's a little hindered tonight defensively. You can kind of see him just doesn't seem quite as quick. So give him credit for gutting it out tonight.
Slaybaugh gets it into Daniel Yoder, fakes, waits for the traffic to clear and puts it up and in.
Yeah, nice patience that time by 2 freshmen.
That's right. Nice assist by Slaybaugh.
Yeah.
And
Moving
an elbow.
screen up top.
Foul's called on Husher, his first. Luke comes back in now as Wade Springer will come out. Westview up by 3, 32-29, 5:50 to go in the ball game. Luke gets it to Daniel Yoder's double team. Back to Luke. Daniel bounce passes it to Luke. Left side to Austin Slaybaugh, and he tried to get it inside and it's stolen away. Pass was intended for Minix on the baseline underneath. 3 in the air is going to be off the mark by Lance. Loose on the floor, picked up by Minix. Luke will drive it all the way to the basket. Tried to dish it off or had it knocked away, but
Yeah, he had it, but Daniel wasn't quite ready. That was a little hot for a 5-foot pass, too.
Austin Slaybaugh comes out. Springer comes back into the ball game for Westview. Now we have a whistle of timeouts called on the floor. 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the ball game. Westview 32, Angola 29. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Home improvement supplies for your home, RV, or manufactured home don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Here's a secret the big box stores don't want you to know. Emma Warehouse has the products you need at below retail prices, including windows, doors, trim, furnaces, flooring, hardware, paint, and more. Emma Warehouse is located 6 miles west of LaGrange in downtown Emma. Call 260-593-2769 for more information.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204. 5:11 to go in this ball game. Westview up by 3. As we resume play here, Angola will be inbounding underneath the Westview basket.
Well, we've had a couple of stops in a row and 2 possessions to try to extend the lead and haven't done it. So we need to dig in here and get another stop.
McGee brings it up. He's on the court with 4 fouls. He'll drive in. They didn't call anything on that one.
That was more obvious charge than the other 2.
I think so. Yeah,
sometimes they just won't give it to a certain player that keeps hitting the floor. You just
bounce pass inside. Good recovery as Grau followed his pass. Now he seems to be shaken up a little bit. Minix, Grau for 3. Got it!
Wow, that's a big shot.
That's our, third foul of the second, or third
Third three.
Three-pointer.
I think the fourth. Wiley had one.
That's right, Wiley.
Wade had two, and he had one.
Right.
Man, basketball looks so much easier when you make shots.
Driving is Stuckey. Took it all the way to the hole and put it in.
Yeah, that was just one-on-one, or one on the whole team.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it was. Grau gets it to Springer in the corner to Luke. Now we have a hold underneath. And that's going to go against Angola.
Well, the reason I think that was such a big three, not just for us, but for Caden, he's been scuffling the last couple of games. He started out playing really well, and, you know, he's a young guy. And you can get down on yourself and question some things. So that's a big shot for him. The fact that he had the courage to take it was really impressive.
Yeah, he was held to 5 the other night against Elkhart. Christian. Shot from the baseline, right side, Luke Helmuth. He has 10 now for Westview, and the Warriors' lead is at 6, 37-31. Driving is McGee, and he shovels it off to the right side where there's a foul. That one will be against Westview.
Yeah, Angola's they've gone to an offense where they're just going to isolate a guy they think can beat their man, drive it and kick it if he doesn't get to the basket.
Lance inbounding, he'll get it into Husher. McGee drives, he's double teamed. They'll give it to Caswell, he tries to dish it across the lane. Good defense and anticipation that time by Wiley Minix.
Yeah, good point. We had good help that time on both drives, and we're starting to anticipate what they're doing a little bit more.
Caswell inbounding, he'll lob it all the way out front to Husher. Lance, 3, got it.
Well, you can't play much better defense than that. He's a 35% shooter on the year.
Right.
And so you're going to have some of that, some good, some bad.
Ball stolen, and oh no, they're going to call a blocking foul.
Yeah, I think that was the right call.
Well, yeah, Grau really didn't have time to establish. Lance missed the shot, fortunately for Westview. But he'll go to the free throw line shooting a pair.
This is the danger you run into against a team that is a little bit offensively limited like Angola. When you play at their pace and they're scoring, they hit a couple shots, bam, they're right in the game again.
Right.
One guy can kind of keep you in it. He's at his average now in the year, too.
16, right on. Came in at 16 points per game. And he hit 17 with that free throw. Oops, wrong guy.
I'd like to see us just get one guy to bring the ball up the floor and everybody else leave. I think that would open it up more.
You might have a good point there. Helmuth to Grau. Springer hit a couple of key threes. Grau into the paint, bounce passes it to Minix. Back to Grau for 3. It looked like that was partially blocked. Oh, good job getting in the air by Luke and saving it from going out of bounds into the hands of his teammate. And now we have a hold on Minix underneath, and that'll go against Husher, his 3rd.
Is that the 4th team or 5th?
4th team foul.
Okay.
I think we had 3. Coming back in is Thomas for Angola. Coming out will be McGee. Minix looking to inbound. He'll bounce pass it into Helmuth. Good move on the baseline. Forces it up, misses a shot, and then going for the rebound. He's going to be called for the foul. So for Luke, that'll be his 3rd.
Just when we were starting to relax.
2-point ball game, 37-35, 2:22 to go in the ball game. Driving is Caswell, dishes it off to Husher. 3-pointer in the air, no good. And racing in to get the rebound, we have a foul on Westview.
I thought it was on 0 for
Yeah,
Angola.
I think you're right. It is. Caswell picks up the foul. That's the 4th on Caswell. And we'll come to the other end as Wade Springer will toe the line. First free throw of the night for Wade, and he cans it. 88% free throw shooter.
That's not bad.
No, not at all. That does lead the team. Well, if you don't count Zepp, who has 12 for 12, he's 100%.
Oh, my goodness, guys. Come on.
Wow. Let him in there. McGee with the 2.
As hard as you work on offense to get points, and then you just give up a layup.
Slaybaugh drives.
Austin's got to take that layup.
Yeah, he had the layup wide, and that pass was pretty hot. Wade's fortunate to be able to catch it. Luke looked like got fouled from behind, but a steal. Driving all the way down, shots up and good by McGee. Timeout called by Angola, minute 35 to go, and they've retaken the lead now, 39-38. 30-second timeout, we'll keep it right here. As I mentioned, a minute and 35 seconds to go in the ball game. 1-point game as we've seesawed back and forth. Westview was up, what, 7?
We were up 37-31.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, we were up 6, and we just, I think the key was number 1 out there, Dane Lance.
Yep.
He hit a really tough 3 right off the inbounds pass and cut it in half. If he misses that shot, we have the ball and a chance to go up 8 or 9, and the game's probably over. But he hit that, and that kind of kept him in the game, and then we turn it over, and then we miss a free throw, and then we give up a layup. It's just, we're not making the winning plays right now. We're making basketball hard.
Westview has it, a chance to take the lead here, a minute 35 to go. Springer inbounding. Wade dishes it off. Now it's Luke Helmuth, drives it to the basket, puts it up, got it to go, and the basket will count. Well, this is where we need his senior leadership.
And here's where the fans ask, where was that play at all night?
Yeah, no kidding.
All you got to do is take 10 seconds, go out there and get a layup. No, nice play call out of the timeout that time by the coaching staff.
Luke at the stripe, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line so far tonight. 77% coming into tonight's game for the charity stripe. And it gives Westview a 2-point lead. Full timeout here.
Angola call another timeout.
We'll take a 60-second timeout here, back after this.
Shipshe Automotive Service provides 5-star auto repair services in the Shipshewana area. See Shipshe Automotive's professional auto repair technicians for advanced diagnostics for your vehicle. From suspension and alignment to AC repair, brakes, and general maintenance, with Shipshe Automotive Service, you gain a partner you can trust with all your auto repair needs. Shipshe Automotive Service also provides 24-hour towing service. That's Shipshe Automotive Service, 260-768-7119.
Are you looking for unlimited high-speed internet? With no contract and no credit check. No matter where you live, it's available. Bringing America together. J&R Solutions, Internet Service Provider. Call them at 574-349-7673.
And we're back. 1:25 to go in the ball game. Westview by 2, 41-39. Angola inbounding underneath the Westview basket.
Caswell with the basketball, hands it off to Thomas. Thomas with a handoff to Lance. High post, it goes to Stuckey. Now back out front, it'll come to Husher. He feeds Stuckey. Caswell drives it to the basket, then dishes it out left side to Thomas.
Yeah, good recovery that time.
Caswell drives, forces it up, misses a shot, gets his own rebound, the littlest guy on the court. Lance looking for help, gets it to Stuckey. Inside a minute. Now with the basketball is Husher. They'll give it off to Thomas. Thomas to Caswell. To Lance, 35 seconds. Lance drives, pulls up on the jumper. It will not count. The foul will be before the shot.
Yeah, we had one to give there, so that's actually a good foul.
Slaybaugh picks up his first.
Well, really good defense for the last 40 seconds or so.
That's right.
Now we got to do it for another 30 seconds.
29.8 seconds on the clock. 41-39 Westview. Thomas inbounding. He'll lob it underneath. They'll get it back out. Wide open is Stuckey for three. Misses a shot, and it's going to go out of bounds. Westview basketball.
Wow, from here that shot looked right on line.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I thought sure that was in.
The way he shot it, relaxed, I thought for sure that was a...
Leach comes in for Angola. Westview will be inbounding. Wade Springer will be in charge of that right in front of the Angola bench.
Yeah, not an easy place to inbound right there. And
definitely not.
Pretty much going to be toughness and free throws from here on out.
Wade still looking, and what do we have? A timeout. Timeout called by Coach Tribble.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Let's organize things a little differently out there, because that's, you don't have an angle for a pass out there. It's so easy to guard the angles.
So what would you do as a coach?
I don't know. I think I'd try to get some people out of there, maybe have an option to go long, or line them up in a row and not let the defense know where you're at right away. We'll see if they take any of those options off out there. But where we were at, nobody was getting open, and as soon as we caught it, we were going to be trapped. And so this is really one of the biggest plays of the game, because you got to get it out of this end. If they get a quick steal and a layup, then we're back to where we were.
22.8 seconds to go now. If we had Wyatt here, would that be a place to try to get it?
Possibly, yeah. Have a little, well, at least throw it up to somebody that's got a little bit of height.
Right. 41-39, a 2-point lead for Westview. Angola breaks out of their huddle. And they'll be ratcheting up their defense to try to prevent the Warriors from getting it in. Now Austin Slaybaugh is going to bring it in instead of Wade Springer.
Yeah, it gives us a little more length.
Slaybaugh looking, still looking, bounce passes it in. Now Luke Helmuth is triple teamed, and we have a held ball. It's still going to be Westview's ball, however, and this time they'll be inbounding right in front of the scorer's bench.
Yeah, if Luke would have turned and just lobbed the ball toward our basket, we had a layup.
That's right.
That's tough to do when you're triple teamed.
And he had his back turned, and yeah, exactly. Slaybaugh once again will inbound.
A little bit easier plays. There we go.
Luke's wide open. Takes a shot, hits, and he's fouled. Hopefully that puts it in the book.
Oh, don't say that, Jay.
I know.
You've been around a lot longer than that. Now, nice little hesitation that time by Luke to make sure it was clear before you just go up and get your shot blocked.
Huge play.
Well, you can see how much easier it was to inbound the ball when we got it right here instead of down there.
Exactly. Luke at the free throw line. He has 15 points tonight, our leading scorer. Shots up off the back of the iron. Well, that take up a little bit more time on the clock. Lance launches a three and hits. his 4th 3 of the night, and once again we have a 1-point ball game. Wow.
Yeah, the next game he'll go out and go 0 for 6.
Yeah.
You watch.
My goodness.
Well, you got to make your free throws. I don't know what else to say. You guys know it. They've done it this year. Luke's done it most of the time. And if he misses that shot, the game's over.
Right.
So, you know, just one of those things.
8.1 seconds to go now. Westview with a 1-point lead, 43-42 after the 3 by Lance. The only threes that he's missed are the ones where he's been wide open. I guess we should just lay off
when somebody's right
him.
in his face, he drills them.
Yeah. Been a back and forth ball game tonight, but Westview has had the lead here in the last couple minutes of the ball game. And they have it now with 8.1 showing on the Westview clock here. Don't forget, next Tuesday will be our last game before Christmas, before the Christmas break. Lakeland, a doubleheader. Dan and Randy will have the Lady Lakers Westview Lady Warriors game at 6. And that'll be followed, of course, by the boys game from Westview. Inbounding will be Slaybaugh again. He bounce passes it into Luke. Luke's double team, gets it out of trouble. We're down to 4 seconds, and now Springer is fouled and will come to the other end with 3.4 seconds to go in the game.
I think Wade scared everybody. It looked like he was going to shoot a layup on their end.
Oh, that did look a little weird there. Oh.
Well, here's where, from our perspective, I'm glad you got 2 shots.
Right.
Not a 1-and-1.
Right.
That's the difference.
Westview in the bonus. That'll be a 2-shot foul as Angola picks up their 5th of the quarter. Springer at the stripe. And he hits the first.
Well, with the way Dean Lance has been hitting threes, we really need to hit this free throw to at least ensure overtime.
Yep.
I think I'm going to double him and not let him even sniff the ball.
Wade hits them both. So now let's see what Angola does. Caswell looking the inbound, still looking. He'll get it in. And a pass is thrown away, and the Warriors win this ball game tonight. 45-42 in a nip and tuck battle all the way down to the end. But the Warriors pull it out to get their 3rd consecutive Northeast Corner Conference win. 45-42 is our final score here tonight. The Warriors win it. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and Jamie and Dan will be back with scoring and stats right after this.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Welcome back to Westview, where we have just, we just polished off Angola. I don't know what else to say. We struggled and flailed away most of the game. Angola actually kind of controlled the game in the middle couple quarters, but Westview was able to do enough in the fourth quarter, outscoring them 17-13 to come out with a 45-42 victory. For Angola, they were led tonight by their leading scorer, Dane Lance. Nice-looking player out there. The 6'1" senior had 20 points. Really competitive guy, really wanted this game bad. Got a technical there in the first half as well. But it really brought them back there in the second half. Kyler Husher had 7, Cam McGee 4, Landon Leach 3, and Ryan Stuckey, a 6'2" sophomore, finished out their scoring with 8. For Westview, really the story, I think, of the second half was Wade Springer. 9 points, big 9 points, including a couple three-pointers to get us going. Austin Slaybaugh had 6. Caden Grau had 5. Micah Miller 1. Luke Helmuth leads us tonight with 15. Wiley Minix with 7. And Daniel Yoder with an important bucket, too, there in the third quarter. So not a whole lot of scoring once again, but hard fought, found a way to do it.
Well, I tell you, it's a tale of two halves there. Certainly the shooting percentage, we talked about that at halftime, how we were shooting a whopping 5 of 21.
4 of 21.
4 of 21
yep.
From the field. In the second half, we were, between the two, it'd be 12 of 19. We were shooting 8 of 10 inside the arc, which is 80%, and 4 of 9 from three-point range. So almost, was that 43% or so, 44%. But what a huge difference between the first half and the second half. And yeah, we did well overall tonight from the free throw line. We were 5 of 6 in the first half. We were shooting okay there. First half, second half, we were 4 of 5. So yeah, the second half certainly was a different story as far as getting shots to drop. And one of the things we hadn't talked about overall was the number of turnovers. They had 16 and we had 10 is what I show. And I think 5 of their turnovers were offensive fouls. Wow. So there was a ton of those. And one of the other key things I think that happened is when Luke scored that bucket the second time in the fourth period where he got fouled on the bucket and McGee fouled out. McGee was sitting most of the game with foul trouble. I mean, he had got some fouls early on. He sat, he'd come out, get another foul. He had hardly played.
We noticed that.
And then all of a sudden, did you see him score? I mean, he'd scored the last 4 points for them right before he fouled out. I mean, he was driving inside hard, taking that extra step and getting easy buckets right inside. And it's like, so when he fouled and Luke scored, I mean, that was all kinds of good for us, I think. I mean,
yeah.
both offensively and for them to lose somebody that was just getting hot, I think.
Yep, absolutely. That was just one of those gritty games that you're going to have. You got to find a way to win them. I'm not convinced Luke is 100% out there.
Yeah, did you ever hear what had happened with him?
I didn't.
I never did either.
Talk to him pre-game, and I don't know. He found a way to do it like he does.
He usually does, yeah. And tonight he had a fellow classmate, Wade Springer, step up big. You mentioned that, and that was huge when he hit those 2 threes just back to back.
Yep, absolutely. Now he's 6 for 8 on the year on threes. 75% out there.
Yeah.
So maybe he needs to shoot a couple more.
Of course, we were missing our big man tonight. He's home with the flu or something. I talked to his mom today, said he was throwing up, so that's why Zepp wasn't here tonight.
Wow. Yeah.
But,
well, that
gave the other guys a chance to step in there and play. So.
Yeah, definitely. You take away your biggest guy, you're a double-figure scorer for you. I mean, that's. I don't know that we filled in the spot, did we? But we still found a way to win.
Yeah, but I think what you said about Luke is, I mean, it feels like so far this year when we need somebody to just go get a bucket, he's the guy that's been doing it for us.
Yeah,
so.
It just seemed to me that he was a little more firmly planted to the ground tonight than normal.
Maybe so.
I think he's just gutting through a little bit of a something.
Yeah.
So.
Could well be.
Whatever he hurt the last game, I think was his leg, or I don't know whether it was an ankle or But anyway,
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
that is effective. But man, they had a gutty performance tonight.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, anyway, for tonight's game, we thank you for joining us here on LaGuanaMedia.com. For Jerry Hosteller doing play-by-play tonight, Jamie Miller doing color, Dan Byler here did stats tonight. Thanks to Michael Yeep for running the camera and for Jeremy Anderson on the board. Tonight's game was sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales, 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North and in the Davis Mercantile in downtown Shipshewana. Pre-game sponsor for this season is J&R Solutions, and our halftime sponsor again is Pizza Depot of Millersburg, soon with a new location coming in Middlebury. Also, tonight's game brought to you by Shipshewana Trading Places, by Height Auto Body, by Yoder Crossroads, by Emma Warehouse, Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka, by Stutzman Power Equipment in Shipshewana, by Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, Shipshe Automotive Service just south of 5 and 20, by LaGwana, your local creative services provider, by Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, by Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury, and Southwind Flooring in Shipshewana. Tonight's game was a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. Thanks and good night.
Oh, I forgot about that.